could listen to that album.
Mm.
Have you put your brain around that album yet? Victory Lap?
Have I put my brain around it? What you mean?
Like, do you understand the magnitude? I'm not speaking of just him passing away, but just the album as a work of art. You know what I mean? Have you put your brain around like how like significant that album is? And I tell people that it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 of the greatest albums of all time because of how it speaks to people. You know what I mean? It's because it don't have enough air, it doesn't have enough air underneath his wings now, so it's hard to say All Eyes on Me isn't the best album, or Doggy Style, or whoever you like, Illmatic, whoever you like.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in 10 years, that album is going to be this culture's. You know what I mean? People going to be walking around saying I'm prolific. It's going to be the word of the culture.
Niggas doing that now.
Yeah.
Niggas getting tattoos and all kind of shit right now, nigga.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely, he's definitely left his mark. And of course I know how well that album speaks and like how it speaks volumes in way more ways than people can imagine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like I'm literally still sitting in the studio, like I'm probably about to be like my last, month or two in the studio, but like I've been literally holding on, like just because like I'm the last nigga in here, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip Studios downstairs, like that's why I got all the shit, like everything right here. Hold on, let me see if I can. How can I do this?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that, like everything in here, like just because this was his vibe, like this nigga would be right here on the couch. Hey, man, you got a back?
I seen it in the videos. Yeah.
So like the whole, this just got here this week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just been keeping the energy and keeping the vibes because, like, to be honest, like after he passed, it was like, people express things different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
Like some people just you don't hear it. I ain't heard from some people, like I just ain't heard from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll check on people and say what's up and tell people I love them as much as I can. But everybody process shit different. So it's like I had to figure out how to push through, what's going on, and at the same time understand what the marathon is. You get what I'm saying? So like it's like now that he gone, it's like, nigga, yes, this is the real. We got to continue this shit. You know what I'm saying?
How significant would his voice be post George Floyd?
I think it was significant post Trayvon Martin, post everybody else that similar things has happened because like Nip wasn't just a nigga that like he just rapping all day and just going to the hood fighting niggas, like you know what I'm saying? Like niggas just be thinking like, that's like, nah, bro. That nigga would be in here every day watching some type of documentary every fucking day. Like to the point where I'm going to his room, like about to go play on a beat or ask for, a blunt or something. Like, hey Nip, you got and I'm like, he'll pass the blunt. I'm stuck in there learning something for an hour, which is awesome. But it's like that's, you know what I'm saying? Whose train of thought is that? Like to, hey, come get you a bar. Hey, learn something, cuz. Hey, come learn something, cuz. That nigga would say that. Like, hey, come learn something, cuz. Like, who's doing that? Then you got other homies that you grow up with. You got family members that you grow up with. Niggas is like, man, why are you playing the piano? Why I can't play? Niggas want to bitter and battle each other over stuff instead of educating each other. That's what I don't understand. And once I started figuring that out, I'm like, oh, that's why you're a fucking leader. That's why All Money In is successful. That's why you got 3 to 8 brands that all represent you, because you're a leader and everybody understand how to put everybody together. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fights, yeah, it's gonna be disagreement, but at the end of the day, the company and the brand and our purpose is more important than anything else.
Beautiful.
So with Nip passing, you have a whole blueprint of what he's done in his life. You have a whole blueprint of what he was going to accomplish. He told us, like, he wrote shit out. He was a visionary. Meanwhile, we got niggas that's here saying they got visions every day. And if something happened to you today, we ain't gonna know what the fuck you was thinking about. Cause you ain't writing nothing down. You ain't got your homies. You ain't got no structure. You ain't got no blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So like that allowed me to put things into perspective, and I just start slowing down. I ain't really be going, niggas don't be seeing me nowhere. I be in this motherfucker every day trying to make sure I'm creating the best version of myself and being innovative and giving people opportunities that they wouldn't have because I didn't have those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at this shit. Like, it's too many niggas that everybody want to say, like, Black Lives Matter, to support black business, all the whole thing. And it's like the same niggas that's saying it is the same niggas that's doing something to their own homies.
Gotcha.
Their own brothers, their own sisters. You get what I'm saying? So that's why Nip was so genius, because he went back to the hood. He went back to where he was from. He went to start building stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like no, I'm gonna hire y'all. I'm gonna hire the homies. Y'all come get a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's fucked up, is that you have a good heart and you try to do stuff for people, but sometimes it's like niggas don't want it. Niggas want what you got.
Niggas want what you got.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I didn't mean to start preaching and go on.
No, I want you to. I want you to. I want you to. Man, this show is about you, man. Your greatness, man. I know.
But more importantly, I have a responsibility. And like the last month, I start realizing that how powerful the internet is and how powerful our words are.
Yep.
And there were groups that I grew up listening to that I could have avoided making certain mistakes had they gave us the information they did not give us. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to be the nigga that, I was watching Mars and and this, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, I did it like Mars. And they're like, well, why y'all shit fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. I'm telling everybody, look, this is what I did. This is how I fucked up. This is what I did wrong. This, you know what I'm saying? So people can know how to avoid those mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes, make new ones. Hurry up and make new mistakes so you can figure out how to teach other people how not to make those mistakes. That's how we make a better community. If I do some shit that's fucked up, why would I allow somebody else to do it and keep the same cycle? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's how. Yeah, and that's what we're doing now. You know what I mean? Right. In terms of like people marching in the 60s, marching in the 70s, marching in the 80s, marching in the 90s. You know what I mean? Now
we've been marching for niggas since marching.
Yeah, Malcolm X said, stop marching and start swinging, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm a big Malcolm X guy, man. And yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture of this artwork I got done. Keenan is actually doing it for me. You know Keenan, right? He'll come back in. Yeah, he pushed the wrong button. But yeah, man, I'm holding up the phone lines in a second. He'll come back in a second. But yeah, man, this is